Right guys, so we're back. We've just done like an engine video. We're now going to do a gearbox one. So I'm now going all-wheel drive. This is an ST gearbox. This is an S60R all-wheel drive gearbox. I'll show you in the back. So ST, you can see, and that is a S60R all-wheel drive gearbox. So you can see the sleeve here for that. So we need to break both of them apart. Take the gear shifting mechanism from the ST gearbox and stick it in this one, and obviously we need the brackets for that as well. I haven't got one on this one, but I will take it off another gearbox. There's a bolt inside on each. Inside there, it's going to be very hard to see, but you get what I mean. Might be able to see it better here, or Sam will grab a torch. So just up there, it's very dirty. Valve the top. So you want to take that out, then take off, you're getting the camera shot, the 4 bolts on the mechanism up top, and then yeah, we're going to split them apart then on all of these and just check to see if there's any damage or anything like that. So yeah, me and Sam, we're time lapse for this because we're basically both going to be doing the exact same thing. Just make sure you take out this slave and stuff like that. So yeah, so I'll time lapse this bit and then we'll explain once we actually get to the intricate parts, I suppose, if that's a word. Yeah, that's a word, yeah. So yeah, enjoy the music and the time lapse, and we'll see you in about 5 minutes. Alright guys, so we've got this all loose. I'm going to take the mechanism out now.
Make sure it's neutral, mostly. It's neutral, there you go. Straight on.
So that is the ST mechanism. And this is what we need to put inside of the all-wheel drive gearbox to work.
The all-wheel drive ones.
And that's the all-wheel drive one. A little bit different. Right. So guys, you'll see on, trying to take you off. All around the gearbox, you got all these. So you just want to take all of those off. Might have to give it a little tap or pry on these little things here to pop it off. And then you should see the inside goodness of an ST gearbox. So yeah, same thing, time lapse, blah blah blah, whatever. So that's all the nuts off the ST gearbox. As you can see on Sam's, so I recently bought this S60R gearbox from a guy, and as you can see, it is mint. Like
from the, normally this will be built up with like quite a lot of big sort of humps of metal on it, but there's literally nothing on there really.
See, look at that. Perfect. So we're gonna have a look and see what the ST gearbox looks like inside, because the outside doesn't look too good, so I doubt the inside will.
Places. Just to see them. This one looks good as well.
Good?
Yeah, sort of same basically.
Yeah, so I just had with Sam pretty much the same sort of spec, so
Slightly worse maybe, maybe, but the same really.
So yeah, this is what an ST diff looks like. It's shit. Basically, it's shit. So obviously this is what you guys need to do if you want to install a like an LSD. You'd have to take your gearbox all apart. You keep this, don't you, but you change these.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you take out all these bolts, put the new diff in, and yeah, and obviously then you have to reseal it properly with sealant. Yeah, I don't think we're using the mechanism in here, are we? It's up to you. This one's better for top speed, isn't it?
Yeah, top speed, and this one's acceleration.
Yeah, so this is better for acceleration in the lower gears if you're going all-wheel drive. So the ST gearbox, the gears and ratios inside are better for lower gear acceleration, whereas the Volvo 60R all-wheel drive gearbox is better for top speed in higher gear, well, just all gears overall, yeah. So you can play around. Obviously, I don't think I'm going to be getting well, no, I'll still get mid-4s at my brake horsepower and all-wheel drive, but compared to Sam, he might not be wheel spinning as much as me, and so on. So yeah, so I'll be keeping these gear ratios, just using obviously the mechanisms that we showed you earlier, the shifter. Yeah, I don't think there's anything in it, and I will be installing a limited slip all-wheel drive diff into this gearbox here. Right guys, so following on from where we just broke the two gearboxes, we're going to take the diff out now. So we're going to take out these gear ratio mechanisms here, gear stacks, place them down here. This is fairly clean, it's alright, we'll clean them off if they get dirty, but take these out and we'll show you how to take the diff out, put it apart. We'll just take it out, and once the LSD comes, then we'll show you how to install it. So yeah, I don't want to grab it. We'll try and attempt to get this off. So we probably won't record how to get this off, we'll just explain how we did it, because there's probably going to be a lot of hammering and stuff like that, so it's not very professional, but yeah, so we shall come back once it's done. So guys, we've been defeated. We can't get this off. We've tried a lot of things without using an angle grinder. So we'll take it to a shop, see if they can just rip it off with a vise or a huge vise or something, or Oxy, I don't know, whoever. Yeah, so that is where we are at right now until we get this off and the LSD comes. So catch you in a little bit. Right guys, so as you saw in the previous clip, we was waiting for the LSD to come. We couldn't get the sleeve off, which doesn't matter because this is being changed here, but we just need the wheel here. So A&E Motorsport got this shipped out to us. I managed to roll the box already, but you know, we'll show you in a second, but I've had the bearings and seals pressed on already, so I will show you what parts I got done and what you need to buy, but I'm pretty sure it comes with it. So I'm going to try and take off the wheel now on the diff, so I shall cut the camera to that. Right guys, so we got the crown wheel, whatever you want to call it, onto the vise to get them off. This one's got 12 bolts, so it might be a little bit stuck, or 13, sorry. Fuck. So I just tap on the studs, it should push it down. There you go. And that is all up. So we don't need this no more guys, because we're replacing this with the LSD. We just need that. So you can sell this or just chuck it in a bin, it's up to you, but I'll probably just keep it as a spare. It's all-wheel drive, but it's just an open diff is all. Stop there. Let go. Right guys, so I replaced this seal here, these bearings here, and there's, so if you do me honest, one more bearing on the other side. This, you have to get these ones pressed in, right? Yeah. Yeah, these ones pressed in. The other ones you can replace yourself. Just this one and this one. You probably ideally want to replace these. Just this one. And this one. You need to knock out the old one and press the new one in. They sort of look like this. This is an old one, but you get the gist. But you'll find loads of this online, or if not, just give me a message. I'll tell you what today. Or message Sam, because you know Sam's the brains behind his work. So we're going to put this now onto this. I've already just tested it slightly because I wanted to see if these bolts were either too long or too short, but they seem alright, so that's why it's a little bit dirty on there. But yeah, so let's get the camera back. We'll camera out the wheel and that back on the vise and stuff like that, and we'll put this all together. So same step as taking it off, just do the same to get it back on, so yeah. Right guys, so I've put 4 bolts in. So this is the all-wheel drive LSD with the crown wheel. I've put 4 bolts in with washers on to pull this in tight, and then we put the other bolts in, take these 4 out, and then put them back in without the washers. So you can see there. So I'll just impact them on quickly. Not too tight.
Just go like, skip one basically.
Yep. So then put the other 4 in again. Do sort of crisscross pattern. Put it Loctite on the bolts, or
yeah. Clean up those threads as well, just like spray.
As you can see, guys, Sam is cleaning out threads, so we can put some lovely Loctite on. Don't worry about the side being dirty. It's just spray cleaner. Right guys, so I don't know if this is going to focus because there's not enough light. You just want to grab some Loctite. Sam can't afford new bottles of Loctite, so he just uses this old grabby thing. Is it going to focus? Ah. Anyway, you get the gist, so just pour basically a bit of this down one strand. As you see, it's nice and blue. Get a nice blob on there, and then shove it in. And repeat the process for the others. So I shall come back once that's done, because you don't want to watch me putting some bolts in. I will then take you through the torque specs on them as well, so let me skip to that part. Right guys, so we got the crown wheel and the diff in. We pretty much used the torque wrench just to get them up to this. Sam's got some budget little camera and light there. So it's 48 foot-pounds for each one. Again, doing like a cross motion, so do like 1, skip 2, or like just go across like this basically. So this one, you'll have to come stand that side. Oh, this, yeah, stand this side. Good across the back, yeah. So 48 foot-pound, guys. That's it. Then we shall put it back into the gearbox over here. So again, we'll set up the camera on a tripod and then show you what to do and how to get the gears back into all of these here. So we shall cut to that scene Nah. Right boys, so literally all you have to do to place this, you can't even see me. What is up with this camera game today, boys? So, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I can't see it because the very muff's in the way, but camera mic muffler thing. But yeah, you just like drop it in. You just drop it into this, so yeah. Also, Kenneth, I'm not skinny, mate. These are double Ds. But yeah, drop this in, guys, and we'll put the gear linkages in, which are down here. So we'll come back once it's done. There's no like perfect way to get it in. You've got to wiggle it in, but put the reverse gear in last. So yeah, it's pretty simple. So we'll come back once it's done because there's too much hassle to try and record, and you're not going to see anything because we're both going to be putting our hands here in a way. So yeah, but that's the main part in. Drop your gears in this way. Just get these two in, hold them together, drop them down, and the reverse gear in. Easy as. So we shall cut back once they're all in. Right guys, so put down your little magnet thing as well. Put this back in that little slot there. You want to go around the edge of Scotch-Brite, but make sure none of like the particles get inside the gearbox, so just give it a thorough clean after pretty much. But you want to go around, just get any old like sealant off. So do it on this side and the other side of the box as well. So just up on the shelf. So you want to remove all of this old sealant stuff here, guys, if you can kind of see. This stuff here, this sealant. Right guys, so we just went around the sides with a bit of brake cleaner just to clean off any like oil or dirt or anything like that. And now I should show you one. Sam's got it ready, but there's one here. Just some like gasket sealant.
This one is meant for transmission.
Yeah, so that's Sam in the background. It's one meant for like transmission and gearboxes, so just make sure you use this. All we do is go round the edge. Make sure you put enough on, but not too much. I don't think this is harmful to the gearbox, is it?
Not really.
Not really. So I think it dissolves when it hits the oil anyway, so just make sure you don't get like excess amounts of it in there. So just put a dab of it around, just like a small thin line basically, enough to seal it. So we'll sort of take you through that. We won't show you too much, but just time that faster in it. But yeah, if you mess up, just wipe it off and restart. It's fine. Right guys, so we've got all sealant all around. Sam's just going to pop this back on. He should be fine to do it himself. Just make sure it goes on straight and that there's no dirt. We've done the same on this side as well. No sealant on this side, just cleaned it up. And obviously line up the little dowels and stuff. Put it in or? There you go. Perfect. Little tappity tap tap, boys. And then put the bolts back in. And that is pretty much it. And then just a shift up, a bit of sealant around that, same sort of process. Keep losing it. Right guys, we're going to talk them to spec now. I think it's 10 foot-pounds. If not, we shall chuck it up on the screen on what it should actually be. But yes. Yeah. There you go, boys. And then give it the old slam, 4 bolts, 19 ugger-duggers, done. So once it's in, we'll come back to that because this is getting boring now. Alright guys, so yeah, we did it 10 ugger-duggers, 10 foot-pounds, whatever you want to call it, and there's one more bolt going on the inside, and the gearbox is done. So all we're going to do is clean up and paint it, but I probably won't do that in a video because it's a long old process. Well, easy, but boring process to watch. So I bet it's done, isn't it, Sam?
Done, just gotta drill the holes.
Yeah, so I will mention this now if you are going to do the all-wheel drive conversion. If I can get this turned over without breaking something. Get the camera to show you guys, well Sam will show you here on the other gearbox. So there's a shifter bracket that goes on here. Sam has one. So this one here, you need to get one of these because the one that the S60R gearbox come with is really different. And then the actual top gearbox mount, like bracket, the one that goes on here, you need to drill those holes out on here. So I probably won't include that in the video, but literally just line up the part. I don't think I've got any spare laying around, but literally just line up the bracket to where the holes would be on here. If I turn the gearbox, let me grab the camera and show you. There's one more. Sorry, we got gearbox galore. So these are the holes. This is what the holes on here look like. So you just want to drill these 4. So as you can see, 4 there. These ones are a little bit different, so you just need to make them a little bit bigger, really. So I believe it's this one, this one, this one, and this one. You just want to drill them out to this size. M10? Yeah, so M10 size. So then you can put this bracket onto here, and then it will fit into your ST or RS if you're doing the RS one. But that's just too much money. That's why I can't be asked to do it. Also, if you guys want to know, I am actually raffling off the RS running gear. So if you want in on that, I have a prize draw group on Facebook. Or if you want to enter like via email or WhatsApp, just drop a message in the comments and I'll sort something out with you. But it's £15 a ticket, and you'll win all the running gear. So the front and the rear. I haven't installed the rear yet, but I've painted it and all that stuff and new bolts and whatnot. But your whole car will be converted to RS running gear, so Revo knuckles, gearbox, drive shafts, a lot. Everything's on about 27,000 miles, and then some shocks and stuff on 100 miles. Unsure on what the rear's on, but the rear don't matter because it's all brand new, like bushes and stuff like that. So yeah, so there's 200 entries. I think we've just got to 80 odd entries. But yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed that. You can use the same process that I did on this gearbox to install one into an ST gearbox. For like a normal SD or RS. I mean, they're all similar gearboxes, to be honest. Like I said, it's just like mounting brackets, and this has got now limited slip all-wheel drive diff. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment what you want to see next, because the next video will be forging, because I have my linered block back there now, which I'll include it in the next video when I start cleaning and painting it. But yeah, and make sure you subscribe, because only like 80% of you are unsubscribed when you watch the videos. So I shall see you guys in the next one.